Muhammad and Mustafa pick up in their political endeavors following your father's death, which was in 2015, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And what was the cause of your father's death?
Officially, um, he died of a bleeding ulcer. Um, he had been, I believe he had been sick for some time, but because of his love for the people of Kogi State, he refused to let that sickness deter him from the path of campaigning, pushing past, pain and whatever else was going on, as long as he could, to make it through and then be able to take care of himself after, right before being inaugurated as the governor was his plan. Sadly, the bleeding ulcer took his life on the day of elections. Um, and it was very shocking and surprising and very saddening, for all of us in the family, especially, me. I didn't know my father was sick at all. And so all I did was hope that he would win. You support your father no matter what, support your family no matter what. And so, waiting for the results of the election, I was greeted by three of my father's close friends who lived here. And it was a shock to me because I had never seen them outside of my father's house. So for them to come to my house, where I was living at the time, was a surreal moment for me. And for them to tell me and my brother that he'd passed away, I felt like the air in the entire world was not enough for me. Um, but I also understood that he needed to keep fighting. He needed to make it to the end because, this is who he was. Politics was a very important thing to him. And so it was almost, and it took me many months to see it this way, but it was almost a strengthening because it showed that to have a very strong resolve can push you to the point of almost death. But if you want it that bad, you can have it. Because before he died, he was ahead in the election and he would have won the election. And prior to that, of course, when we were still together before 2010, he had been running for office ever since he left in 2003. And because of political turmoil, corruption, different things, he didn't win. But he finally gets his chance. But it's a very sad world. Nothing is ever fair. And when he finally gets what he rightfully deserved, he lost his life.
And you said, well, first off, my condolences to you and your family. And you said officially he had passed away to the bleeding ulcer. Were there any speculations as to other ways he could have possibly died?
Of course, speculations. The day of, he, many people believed that he had resurrected. Many people believed he had never died. Many people believed that, he was poisoned. I received many phone calls from people here saying that, that they doubt that it was of natural causes. And although I felt it was very inappropriate to say to someone who had just lost their father, it was just a fact of the matter that he carried himself so strongly that it was hard to believe that he was going through something so painful with a bold chest. And because of that, it seemed like there was something else going on. But nothing else, nothing really has been proved. So I kind of, at least for my closure and the closure of many of my family, I leave it as just, that is all speculation. And I choose to trust what the doctors believed. And since I wasn't there, there's no standing for me to argue otherwise.